You see this tree behind me? See the blinking lights? Every single time one of those lights blinks, a small child has written a letter to Santa. Can you see how fast that's happening?
Quite fast. It's a lot of letters.
This world's full of greedy children.
So what's your favorite part about Christmas?
My favorite part about Christmas?
Yeah.
My favorite part about Christmas is probably eggnog.
Eggnog?
Eggnog. You know, you fill up a kiddie pool with the eggnog and you get in and mom and dad and the kids are all sloshing around and, you know, it stays there in the living room for like a day or two longer than it probably should. And you wake up maybe Boxing Day and you're thinking, what's that smell? You're like, oh, that eggnog. And then you put it back in the cartons and return it. You're like, what's up with this? There's skin cells in my eggnog. And the fools at the grocery store had a trick played on them. And you go, you got tricked. We bathed in it. We bathed in the eggnog. So eggnog, I think, is probably my favorite part. You know how every year there's a really hot Christmas toy?
Yep.
Like a hula hoop or a Tickle Me Elmo.
Absolutely.
That kind of thing. There's always something. There's not quite enough supply to meet the demand.
I'm aware.
You know what it is this year? What all the kids want?
What is it?
Jeans. The first Christmas, long time ago, of course. We've been celebrating it for many years now. Out in the desert, people weren't eating a lot, starving to death, and everyone was fighting with everyone else, yelling and screaming, and this guy fell in a fire, and Jeff Probst was there.
Jeff Probst?
Yeah. Jeff Probst from Hollywood Squares.
This has nothing to do with Christmas. You're describing Survivor, the Australian outback. This has nothing to do with Christmas.
They model it. They model shows after historical events. The guy fell in the fire. He was going to win.
Christmas?
He was going to win Christmas, and he fell in the fire, and they had to airlift him out. The medics and the cameramen wouldn't help him.
That's stupid.
It's Christmas. Why do you think we have the tree up?
I don't know, you tell me.
To commemorate the guy who fell in the fire, who started Christmas. And they were like, you have to leave the island of Australia. Oh, yeah. So here at the mall, they've got the reindeer. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Minnie, Mickey, Pluto, Donner, the other one, and the sleigh at the end. You know whose sleigh that is?
Probably be Santa
Claus. Santa Claus. You know why he's not there?
Why?
He's at the North Pole. Do you know why these reindeer are here?
Why?
Because they're dead and stuffed. Taxidermied. But anyway, Santa Claus. Some people leave Santa Claus a treat on Christmas Eve in exchange for the presents, right? Mm-hmm. You probably do that.
Yeah.
Leave them
some milk and cookies.
Milk or cookies. Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Do you leave him anything?
I leave him a hydrocortisone shot. I remember one year it was always a big deal picking out the Christmas tree, right? Going down to the lot and Never really had a whole lot of money growing up. So I had to buy a really kind of sad looking tree one year. It's probably that tall. Kind of droopy. I put a single red ball on it. My friend who played the piano came over. My dog was hanging around with that little yellow bird thing. And I learned the true meaning of Christmas because of that tree. And it turned to aluminum.
So what's the deal with this tree?
It's a very special tree. You see the ornaments on it? Not the balls, but the stars.
The crystal things
The
here?
crystals, yeah. They look kind of like ice. They look kind of like they're frozen. Every night they take one of these off throughout the year, and they get put into a bag. And on Christmas Eve, you get a big bag of these stars, these crystal stars, and then they give them to Santa Claus so that when he's flying over different cities in his sleigh pulled by magical reindeer, he can fling them down, and they go whoop, and they get embedded in the skin of non-believers. Anyone who doesn't believe gets an icy star through their heart. You know what the best part about Christmas is? The songs. You know all the favorite songs you get to sing? Carolers come to your door, and they're like, "It's Christmas time, don't be sad. It's Christmas time, so you shouldn't be mad. It's Christmas time." And then you throw candy at them, and you're like, "Get off my lawn!" I think it's important to remember what Christmas is about. Spending time with the people that you love, your family, getting together, sharing a meal, drinking some tea, having a cookie. It'd be nice this Christmas if I maybe found a family I could spend the holiday with. It's been 4 years since, and Christmas just kind of isn't the same anymore. It's been a tough year for me, you know that, but I'm not gonna let that get me down. I'm gonna spend this Christmas thinking back over the past year and looking ahead to the new one. I think that's what all of us should do. Live, love, and look forward to next Christmas.